Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. You like that? Here we go, and let's get our night driving going at a nice level. Right about there. How's that work? It's working. Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday, or like we like to call it, Wednesday, because that's how it's spelled. Had a bit of trouble getting started tonight with my little confuser problems. Well, let's see who's all here tonight. Well, looky here. Here's Mud Rabbit. Welcome to the program. And Catherine Weiss. Nice pictures of that painting. Yes, I did that painting a few years back, several years back now. Watercolor. It's a sunset. It's done from a picture I took up in Fish Creek. It was a beautiful sunset, and I thought, oh, this would be a good painting, and I decided to make it a painting. So there it is. It's not framed or anything. And everybody's saying, hello, Peggy Dancer. Look at that. Look at all of us here. Everyone's so nice and welcoming. Oh, and look, it's ladies' night, I guess. Is that what it is? Oh. It's never men's night, is it? No. Alrighty then. Well, look who else. Ooh, whoa, look at this. Operation Shutdown, where we're just downrange of strange. Where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. That's how you know you're at the Truth Quest. It's wild here. Yes. And Just Josh, good to see you here, buddy. Awesome. And look, our new friend, Emily. Good to see you here again. Welcome to the program. Yeah, and look at this. We've got the best mods. They're so welcoming and loving and caring and everything like that. Everything you can imagine. There you are. The best in the West. The best in the West. There you go. The beast from the East and the best from the West. There you go. All right. Well, let's see what we have for you tonight. There's a new Secure Team 10 video out. And on there, he talks about same thing I've been talking about here many times, is how sick we all are of these fuzzy 5-year-old videos of the Tic Tac and all this nonsense. Well, now it turns out the mainstream media is, and the government, it seems, is backpedaling on a lot of this stuff. So disclosure is still far away, my friends. And like I said, they'll be showing that Tic Tac video for 50 years, just like they've been talking about Roswell for, 60, 70 years? Hello, Cheryl. Welcome to the program. Oh, yeah, I got to do this first. And here's a nice little message from our favorite president. I told you they were corrupt as HE double toothpicks. Believe me now? Oh, yeah. We believe you. A lot of us knew already, but boy, thanks to the 17th letter of the alphabet, now we all know the true depths of the depravement of the world that we live in. And we've got a massive cleanup task ahead of us. Yes. Oh, it's nice to see what's happening here. It is so entertaining. I love it. It's like a $44 billion trolling event. It's awesome. Oh, he fact-checked a resident? Oh, really? What did he... I'm curious about that. I did not see this. Hello, Cheryl. Good to see you here. Yeah. Wow. And, the other thing that Trump showed us all is how much a dedicated public servant can do in one term. Look at what he did. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Even while being hounded by these vicious, evil people. Hello, Up 3. Oh, I did see that. Yes, Biden tried to take credit for Nixon's price adjustment written into law in 1872. Yeah. Oh, I saw that. There was a White House post. Thanks to Biden's leadership. Oh, yeah. What was it? Some kind of recipients are getting the biggest increase ever, but it's because he presided over the largest inflation ever. That's why. That's another thing I want to talk about too. Something I got in the mail today, and it's very interesting. And it has to do with all this. It's just, I got this in the mail today. Excuse me. I got this thing in the mail today, and it was from. What was it from? Center for Voter Information. Oh, a nonprofit. Center for Voter Information. I think these things should be illegal. But anyway, hello, propagate the light. This light. Propagate this light. I got to remember it's this. It's not the Mandela effect where it was the before. It's this. Yes. Hello, Up 3. Good to see you here. So I get this letter in the mail. It's just some cheap, copy machine, very inexpensive, bulk mailed. And it's for the Center for Voter Information provides important election information to voters like you across the country. Oh, across the whole country. Oh, you probably got one of these too. This year we asked voters in Wisconsin what they would like to know about the candidates for governor. Oh, isn't that nice? They did all of that work for us. Isn't that lovely? So here you go. Okay, candidates for governor, Democrat Tony Evers and Republican Tim Michels ahead of the upcoming general election. All right. Okay, there's 3 different things. Okay, they asked the voters what they wanted to hear about. This first one, overruling election results. See that? Overruling election results. Listen to how this is worded. This is so stupid. Do the candidates support allowing politicians to overrule the will of voters when election results are unfavorable? Who would say no to that? Or who would say yes to who would say no to that? I mean, do the candidates support allowing politicians to overrule the voters when election results are unfavorable? Well, no, but if there was election meddling, then it wasn't the will of the people. The way this is worded is so dishonest. It's so dishonest. Check it out. Look at that. Okay, and the second one, improving benefits and pay for workers. Oh. Do the candidates support allowing workers to collectively bargain for better working conditions, higher wages, and improved break times? In other words, are you pro-union, right? Tony Evers, yes. Tim Michaels, no. Wow. Here's the one that they all are really bad. This is how watered down they have to make these questions in order to make the left's viewpoint seem at all likable. They have to really twist things around. Listen to this. Preventing teachers from teaching history. Well, who would want that, right? Who would want to prevent teachers from teaching history? The question is, what history? Is it the CTR history that they're pushing? So here it is. Do the candidates support stopping teachers from accurately teaching historical events that make politicians uncomfortable? Such as, oh good, I'm glad they give examples, such as the Holocaust. Well, of course they should teach about the Holocaust. The Civil War. Well, of course they should teach about the Civil War. And the Civil Rights Movement. Okay, well, on the surface, it looks okay. But in their definition of civil rights movement, does that include the transgender, the rights of a 3-year-old to demand to get reconstruction surgery? Huh? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Anyway, so that's that. Yes. Yes, Mud Rabbit. The answer is always to blame your opponent of the very things you were guilty of. Yes, that's true. We're seeing that a lot, aren't we? We are seeing that a lot. It will be an interesting midterm. Yes, it will, just Josh. Oh, sitting through and listening to the press secretary. I don't do that anymore. I can't handle it. It's just such a it's terrible. It's really, really terrible. It's bad entertainment too. So you can't even, I don't know. Let's see what else we have here. What else do we have here for you? So, have you seen this list that's going around? What recent mainstream media hoaxes did you fall for? Which ones did you fall for? Russian collusion was a popular one for most people, most mainstreamers. Trump called neo-Nazis fine people, which he didn't. Jussie Smollett, which is a joke that writes itself every day. Bubba Wallace garage pull. Boy, the FBI sure showed up in a hurry there, didn't they? Oh yeah. Kavanaugh rape, which never occurred. Trump P-tape, which didn't exist. COVID lab leak was a conspiracy theory, was the absolute truth. Border agents whipped migrants. And these are all, I mean, you can go through them. The Steele dossier, Russian bounties on U.S. soldiers. These are all fake stories, made up, completely made up. This is how desperate they are to move the needle, and they can't. And largely because of the 17th letter, since there are Anons looking everything up and putting the kibosh on every single one of these stupid fake news stories. So there you go. Oh, okay. I only show up for the chat. And today the reporters were actually asking some gotchas. Oh, good. Oh, that's good to hear. That is great to hear. Yeah, it's been quite a thing to experience this almost 2 years now of an illegitimate leader. And the same things happen down there in Brazil. Did you hear that supposed alleged winner of the mail-in ballot fiasco down there, down south of the border? Yeah, he thanked Klaus Schwab after the stolen election. Thanks, Klaus Schwab. No problem. Now eat the bugs. Now eat the bugs. So there's more there. I'm not going to read all of them. If you get vaccinated, you won't catch, you know what? That was a lie. All lies. All lies. And have you seen some of these? I think the Atlantic is asking for a truce. Oh, let's call a COVID truce. And we're just really sorry that we wanted to kill you all because you had some personal rights that you're insisting on. No truce. I say, let him go. I say yeah, well, let's all think about what that Pee Wee Herman scene in the bar, in the biker bar. Yeah, Klaus Schwab, what a joke. Yeah, this, but their messages aren't as powerful as they used to be. And boy, now with Elon Musk, now he reappointed or undeplatformed Mark Fincham, who was running for office in Arizona 8 days before the election. Twitter bans him because he's a Republican. It's sick. It's totally sick. And this is another thing I'm really getting sick of seeing. Irish football player Roy Butler, 23, died suddenly from brain bleeding 3 days after reportedly taking the J&J. This is so heart-wrenching, and it happens over and over and over again. They are decimating generations. Yes, I saw that he went to a Halloween party at Dracula's castle. Yes. We don't have to like everything he does, but if he moves the needle for free speech, that's a huge thing. Who else has 44 billion they're willing to do that with? You know, you're never going to find anyone that you agree with everything on. Ever. It never happens. Yeah, it's really sad, heart-wrenching. And that kid had his whole life ahead of him. My God. Look how happy that kid was. And not just him. Many, 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 many people. The thing that really, a lot of things that bother me, one of the things that bothers me, I guess, is the fact that everybody knew. I mean, they weren't hiding it, that this COVID was less deadly than the common cold. So why the hoopla? Why the hoopla? Because they want depopulation, that's why. And this is what happens. And the very fact that they're not addressing this when it keeps happening, it tells you everything you need to know. So you don't need it, folks. You don't need to inject anything into your body that wasn't already there when you were born, because it's just not needed, and it can only do harm. Can't do any good. I'm sorry, we're not smart enough to be able to inject something into a body and have it actually do good and no harm. I don't think we're there. I don't think we'll ever be there. That's my opinion. But I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV. But, this might be a good time to hear from one of our sponsors. Yes, we've got a sponsor here. It's a law firm. Now, when you're looking for a law firm, you want a trustworthy law firm. And so now remember, when you support my sponsors, you support this channel. So here's proud to have these sponsors. And this is actually, I think, their first ad from years ago. And actually, I was actually in it with my friend Ray. And so for this law firm, Schmelnick and Schmelnick, go check this out, will you? So it's a dandy.
Schmelnick and Schmelnick. Injured? Been in an accident?
Know someone who's been in an accident?
Know someone who knows someone who's been in an accident?
Look like you've been in an accident?
Or want to just be in an accident? We can help you. At Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we've changed people's lives. We've turned common hypochondriacs into millionaires. Here are some of our testimonials.
It started as just a scratch, but thanks to Schmelnick and Schmelnick, now I'm a millionaire.
Okay, listen. Dr. John Doe, and I've personally checked into each and every one of these cases, inside and out. I give all of the expert medical testimony for Schmelnick and Schmelnick, and they've even handled a few of my own personal cases.
Right? Schmelnick and Schmelnick! Well, what did you think of our fine, well-paid actors? Performances like this can be rehearsed for any courtroom in America. This can be your golden opportunity to sue your fellow man and make a pretty penny at the same time. Okay? Because at Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we can help you.
You,
yeah, we can help them. Call 1-900-SUE-YOU before our address changes or the Vice Squad catches up with us.
you took my line.
I took your line.
You slime? Just like that client we had. You took him right away from me.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Hey, Hoffa.
There you go. Schmelnick and Schmelnick, a reputable law firm. Oh, yeah. Yes, they're the ones to call. Yeah, you might even call them ambulance chasers, perhaps. Let's check the old chatteroony here. Hello, Dark Brain. Welcome to the program. Oh, thanks, Peggy Dancer. Yes, that's my friend Ray, who created some of that music with Johnny. It's very little footage of him exists. Yes. Oops. You know what? We need to get our music back going. But before we do, you know what? We have another sponsor, and it's a male grooming product. So here it is, and I think this is an old ad too, from way back. So check this out. It's the Epimanly. Yes, if you've got unsightly nose hairs, you might need the Epimanly. Check it out.
Epimanly for the well-groomed man of the 90s. Epimanly gently removes unsightly nose hairs, and because Epimanly takes the hair from the root, you can go longer between trimmings. Epimanly's patented lift and yank action gently lifts and yanks the hair from the root. Epimanly's turbine rotary blades cast a gentle breeze over your face. Epimanly for the well-groomed man of the 90s. Sold at fine stores everywhere.
Epimanly.
Epimanly for the well-groomed man of the 90s.
There you go. Is it playing? There. Wait, is it going? I can't hear it. Yes, it is. Okay, good. All right. Well, I hope you liked that, the Epimanly. Yes, it's very effective. A little bit painful, but effective. Yes, Andrew Bashago's on Journey to Truth. Yes, he certainly is. And I'm so glad to see that. I'm so glad he's getting out there more. His story needs to be heard by many, many people. And, you know, my channel is just a small little channel. And he comes on here, which I'm really grateful for. And, you know, I have to tell you, you know, a couple of years ago, when I started this program, my first guest was Corey Good, and my second guest was Andrew Bashago. And I started doing some shows with Andrew Bashago. I did a few shows with him, interviews, and then he contacted me and wanted to do his own show on my channel. And I said, well, you know, I'm honored that you would want to do that on my channel, but Andy, your story needs to get out there, and my channel's so small. I have so few subscribers, and there's other channels that have many, many more subscribers, and it would be better for you to get the word out on a larger platform. And he said, no, I want to work with you, Aaron. I said, really? Why? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He said, you know my story well. I admire your work, which I was surprised that he would say that. He said, I admire your work. You know my story well. And when I was in Project Pegasus, on one of my trips into the future, I saw your name. Your name came up. I said, really? He said, yes. Aaron Moriarty, same spelling. And I said, well, I'm thinking, okay, do you remember what it was in relation to, or what? Because, you know, I do lots of different things. What is it that goes, I can't remember. All I remember is your name, and it's something to do with the future, him and the future. And so he says it's probably your journalism. Journalism, wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. So I'm really honored that he would choose to do his show here. And he called again today and talking about possible subject matter for his next appearance. So look forward to that coming soon. Coming soon. Well, thank you, Just Josh. That's very nice of you to say. I'm a well-groomed man of the 90s. The 90s was the last time I was well-groomed. Yeah. That was done in the early 90s, too. So, yeah. I'm probably dating myself by showing those, but I'm a cheap date. Boom! There you go. I might be dating myself, but what the heck? I'm a cheap date. There's a good one. Dad jokes are infectious. Yes, they are. Dad jokes rock. I'm pretty sure that's what makes the world go round, our dad jokes. And all these years, we never knew they were dad jokes. We just thought they were bad jokes. But you put the D instead of the B, and all of a sudden, they're not bad anymore. They're dad. I love that. Because guys are pretty goofy, you have to admit. We're pretty goofy. We are goofy creatures. It is one of the highest compliments another man, woman of his knowledge can give you, Aaron. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Well, let's see what else we have here for you. You know, some of us know there's simple answers to complex questions like this whole gender dysphoria. Well, here's some words of wisdom. A good kick in the balls will solve your gender confusion. Clint! Yes! Clint with that trademarkable squint. The Clint Eastwood squint. It's very effective. He put a mouse trap in a bra. He called it a booby trap. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Oh, have you seen my zombie movie trailer called Fame Kills? Truth Quest with Aaron. No, I have not seen that. You can go ahead and put the maybe you can put the link in the chat there. So I thought that was a good. I like all jokes, just Josh. Yeah. The Aaron Moriarity Joke Club meets twice a week. On Mondays, we meet to all tell Aaron Moriarty jokes. And on Friday, we all get together to have a good laugh. There you go. It takes that long to get them. Yeah. You got to laugh. There you go. Yeah. Sometimes I just laugh inside, so. I laugh a lot inside. You have to these days, you know? But we got to turn our clocks back. Change your clocks back on Sunday. Change your country back on Tuesday. That's right. We the people. Vote. Vote once, but vote right. There you go. We the people. You gotta love it. Oh, yeah. That's right, baby. What else do we have here for you? Elon's having so much fun. Check this out. He changes his title every day. Twitter complaint hotline operator. Elon Musk. Oh, he's getting deluged, I bet, with you know, can you free up this account, that account? It's a mess over there. So have some patience. I keep checking mine. Mine's still locked up. Oh, you're voting tomorrow. Okay. Sample ballot. Yes, that's a good idea. Yeah, print out a sample ballot for yourself so you can familiarize yourself with it. That's a great idea. That is a good idea. So there he is. Twitter complaint hotline operator. That's, you spend 44 billion and that's your title. There you go. 44 billion. That's more than I make in a week. You know that? That's way more than I make in a week. And I'm not even kidding. You know, I love these cartoons where they show animals in human situations, and it's just hilarious. Redistricted last year. Okay. So the dogs are in an airplane. The stewardess comes by. Bone, tennis ball, squirrel, squirrel. I think that's going to cause a lot of ruckus. Don't you think he'll chase the squirrel and maybe? I don't think that's a good idea. If dogs are going to have airlines, I don't think that's a good option. And look, the squirrel's just sitting there hoping he'll get picked. It's so funny. I like this one. Yeah, I feel like 2012 was supposed to bring great things and it was blocked. Well, some great things happened, I think. It depends on how you look at it. Yeah, they better not be able to steal this one. Oh, I know it. Isn't it just, it's just, they are insufferable. They're suffering and they're insufferable. That's their problem. They're on a loop. Unsufferable suffering constantly. Oh, you're in a district that Debbie Washer Machine Schultz got taken from her. Oh, good. So she's running here again. Uh-oh. Lots of precincts get moved around in inconvenient locations. Oh, that's interesting. Interdasting. I just think that's hilarious. The squirrel's just sitting there on the tray. And the ball's not rolling? She's pretty good stewardess there. Wow. Dog. That's funny. I don't know. I just think these are hilarious. These dog and cat animal cartoons. They're hilarious. The only true blue county in the state. Oh, really? Broward. Oh, yeah. That's Debbie Washer Machine Schultz's. For sure. Broward. A lot of shenanigans that went down there in Broward. And I suppose still are. They don't give up easy, do they? You know, some of these liberals, you know, a lot of them in the last several years bought Teslas. When you realize that your Tesla helped Musk buy Twitter, yeah. Oh, this person has been memed so many times. How embarrassing for that person. How embarrassing. You're an icon of idiocy. Wouldn't that suck to be that person? Yeah, the film Idiocracy just runs in my mind when I see what I see today. Yes. Mm-hmm. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a good little thing there. a good little thing there. Alrighty then. And I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. This is supposedly an alien. I don't know if it's a reptilian or an amphibian, but it's pretty interesting. I think it looks really real. These people do not feel embarrassment. Yeah, they'd have to have self-awareness. You're right. Good point. So I think that's a very interesting photograph. Now, did someone just take a picture of a terrestrial amphibian and just alter it slightly? Or is that a real picture of an extraterrestrial? Or some Earth creature we never discovered yet? Oh, you think it looks like a raptor? Could be. He doesn't really have teeth showing, though. He reminds me more of like a turtle or a some kind of a amphibian. Like, I don't know, or like a salamander or a what do you call them? Or even like a lizard. I don't know, but you can't see any scales. It looks more like a amphibious skin. A sea turtle face? Oh, maybe it is. It does look alive. I mean, because a lot of these alien pictures, you can just tell they're sculptures. Now, this has the look of being alive to me. It just has that feeling. Psychopaths have nothing in human emotions department. Yes. Total takeover of TDS. Yeah. When choosing a path in life, avoid the psychopath. There you go. Could be a hybrid, yeah. I think it's interesting. I'm going to throw the call number into the chat thematic. So if you want to call in, talk about any of these strange things going on. Boy, this DePepe Paul Pelosi thing really is blowing up into some sort of freak show thing, isn't it? Wow. What does Andrew say about the reptilians? Well, I don't think that he's had any personal experience with reptilians. He's seen other kinds of aliens, but just not reptilians. I think that's my my instant recollection. I'd have to ask him though. Hello, Metaverse. Welcome to the program. Oh, you wore your Invisimask tee today. Another viewer. Awesome. You're a great promoter. Thank you. Get your merch here. Yes, do it. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Let's see. All right. I'm seeing if I can open up that store. Let me see. Okay, I think I'll have to do this. I think I'll have to do this. There it is. I hope this works. There it is. There it is. Let's see. Okay, let me get back over here. And get rid of that. And that. Yeah, I don't remember ever talking about reptilians either. Now, William Tompkins saw, he and another worker at Douglas saw two gentlemen shapeshift into reptilians and back again in the manufacturing facility of, I think, Douglas Aircraft, I think, when he was in the top secret development department there. So let's get that up here. And thank you, Mud Rabbit, so much for being a constant promoter of the show. You know, we got Emily is here because of Mud Rabbit, so we're so glad to have you here. Why isn't this something's? It's not quite. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, I hope it doesn't. There it goes. Okay, now we can go back here. Okay. And there it is. Here it is. It only took long, didn't it? Boy, it'd be nice to have a helper. But that's what I'm so glad about the mods, because you guys are helpers. You're awesome. Check these out. These are awesome, folks. And that logo, that Truth Quest logo, it's huge on the front of your shirt. It's very noticeable. So let's go over there, shall we? Got can koozies, tank tops. Oh, even these tie-dye. This all fear one, the mask all fear, that's Mike the fireman's idea. Here's some of these mirror images, beautiful mirror images. Here's Skinny Bob, and there's the famous Invisimask shirt, biggest story ever. The Love Bugs, and Meet the Greys, done in the Meet the Beatles fashion there. And this is a Truth Quest t-shirt. It's a great way to show your support for the program and to help bring awareness to really the truth, right, of our world. And the Skinny Bob one here, this is a real alien here. Skinny Bob. So these are pictures of an actual alien from a Russian video that was leaked years ago. And according to Bernie Mendez, that's a real alien. They call him Skinny Bob. That's not his real name, but they call him that. And he's just a really nice extraterrestrial. In fact, he's so nice that he's the only extraterrestrial that can come and go as he pleases because he's so nice. Isn't that cool? I hope that's a true story. I have no reason not to believe it. But there it is. Check it out, and you can get yourself some cool duds. Well, there you go. Mud Rabbit's favorite is the Invisimask tee. It's an icebreaker. Yes, I bet you get a lot of high fives. I get high fives when I wear mine. Gets people to talk. Yes. Yeah. Copper hoodie. There you go. Well, thanks, Just Josh and Metaverse. Oh yeah, the hoodies. We got everything there. Everything that you want. Look at that. Even tie-dye. Isn't that cool? All right. Oops. Oh, look. Can koozies. Look at these. So these are even cool. Look at this. You can get a love bug can koozie. You can get a mirror can koozie. You can get an Invisimask can koozie. Skinny Bob. Truth Quest. I like that one. So you get all kinds of cool things. I'm telling you. Good stuff. Tie-dye. Let's check out the tie-dye. Here they are. Look at that. Color overload there, huh? I like this one here, the Truth Quest one down here. Both these bottom ones are kind of cool. But there you go. Lots of stuff to look at. Lots of interesting things. And a great way to build the community here on the program. So we have more interesting people to talk to in the chat. That's the psychedelic page. Yes. There you go. Well, thank you so much, Mud Rabbit, for bringing that up. You're awesome. And thank you for wearing it every time that you do. I really, really appreciate it. And everybody else too. And Christmas is coming up. Maybe you want to red pill that family member. Right? That's right. So feel free to call in if you want. If and you want. Yeah. You know, folks, yeah. Let's see. Do we want to watch another little video here? What would be good? Well, now I've got these fine, high-quality eyewear here, but I really wish there was something I could do. Wait a minute! We've got another sponsor that can help me to make my fine, high-quality eyewear just a little bit finer. Check out our friends over here at Lens Crackers.
Here at Lens Crackers, we can crack your fine, high-quality eyewear in less than an hour. Our trained technicians use only the best equipment to crack your fine quality eyewear. So remember, lens crackers. We can crack them in less than an hour.
Lens crackers. They can crack your fine, high-quality eyewear in less than an hour. Yes, they can. And remember, when you support my sponsors, you support this channel. And you go. How do you like that? Hello, James Rohrback. Thanks for the LOL. Oh, well, it looks like Metaverse is going to call in one day. But he's a little tired today. Yeah, and I saw some of James Rohrback's videos the other day, so go check him out on YouTube too. A picture of a whale. Was that your channel? I think it was. A whale off in the distance, spouting. You can see the spout going up. That's pretty cool. There you are. We don't get a whole lot of whales up here in the Great Lakes. They don't really swim upstream that far. Not really. Haven't seen them yet. But you never know. You just never know. Right? That's right. Well, hello there, buddy. Saying hi to everybody. All right. Let's see here. Check this out. I joined a group on Facebook. It's just Suburban Wildlife, I think it's called. And some of the coolest pictures of wildlife. Check this out. Look at this little spider. Isn't he cute? Now these little guys are kind of cute. I know spiders are kind of creepy, but look at this guy. He's obviously got product in his hair because his hair's all spiked. Just got back from fishing. Oh, your phone's charging and you'd call in, Mud Rabbit? Aw. Can't you call while it's charging? I hope you caught some fish there, James. I went fishing once and all I caught was a haddock. Headache? Yeah. Isn't he cool? I think he's an adorable little spider. I wouldn't kill that one. I'd scoop him up and put him outside. Oh, it's on a flat charger. Oh, a wireless charger. That's so weird that they could even get that to work. That's bizarre. I guess I live in an old-fashioned kind of a world where I just plug stuff in. Oh, Mud Rabbit likes spiders. With a little salt, I bet, huh? Ba-doom-pop. With a little salt and pepper and a little bit of... Oh, I heard some interesting news today about horseradish. There's some certain ingredient in horseradish, I think, that breaks down graphene oxide. Yeah, we put the call out. People can call in if they want. Sure. So that's good news. So horseradish has something in it that breaks down graphene oxide. So if you've gotten the JAB and you're worried, I'd start eating lots of horseradish. I'm not sure if I would be able to eat horseradish because I'm a vegetarian and I don't eat any animal products, especially nothing from a horse. Horseradish. Yeah, no thanks. Just kidding. I know it's not really from a horse. Spiders are pretty cool looking. They're neat creatures, hunters. Yes, and did you know also a fun little fact? They don't have muscles. Spiders do not have muscles. They move their legs through a hydraulic system, like a fluid hydraulics in their leg joints. So they use fluid hydraulics instead of muscles to move. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. There's a fly in my bedroom. It's like, spiders, you're like slacking here. Hello? What are you doing? Can't you see that juicy fly? Go get him. Yes, their legs run on hydraulics. Yes, that's wild, isn't it? And that guy's little eyes are so cute. He's got a cute little look to him. Very alien look, too. Very alien looking. That's right. You guys know I don't like to swear too much, right? I don't like swearing. I think I really don't do it very often. I saw a post today. I liked it. I was going to show it. And at the beginning of the show, I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't show it because it's got some swear words in it. But I guess I'm changing my mind now. I just won't say the swear words, okay? Shout out to all the beautiful souls fighting this you know what and not giving a you know what anyone thinks. Heart, I see you, I love you, and appreciate you. So overall, it's a great message. Yes. Shout out to all of you. You guys rock. And it looks like James Rohrback is joining us. Welcome, buddy. Hello, James. Can't hear you. Can you guys hear James? Maybe something's wrong on my end. Should be working now. Are you there? No, he's not muted. Nope, he can't hear you. Are you saying something? Say something, James. Say something. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Oh shoot! Hold on. It's my headphones, I think.
Still, we can't hear anything. I heard something for a second there. And now I hear something.
All right.
I can hear something. Yeah, I can hear you.
Let me try and come back in.
Well, I can hear you now.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, try it again. All right, seen a few.
I can barely hear you in the background. I'll call right back.
All right. Yeah, we got brown recluses here too. A little unnerving. See, that's why the aliens would never want this planet. Too many bugs. They wouldn't like it. They definitely would not, unless it's like a bug race, perhaps. All right, we're gonna try it again. Welcome back, James. Okay, we're still waiting to hear something. Oh, I heard a clip. Oh, I heard your voice. Yeah.
Hold on.
Said, hold on, I heard that. Okay. Some kind of technical difficulties, I guess. All right. All right. Maybe the third time is a charm, huh? Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you.
Sweet, I can hear you now.
Oh, finally, he's using his Jetsons TV. All right.
It's my wonky headset, apparently.
Okay.
It's got a mind of its own. I said, how you been?
Pretty good. I think I was watching one of your videos the other day. Didn't you videotape a whale?
Yeah, there was a couple of them out on the Oregon coast. I just did a 2-week, actually it was a little bit longer than 2-week drive down to Oregon and over to Montana and back. So
Wow.
yeah, dark brain knows.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, whales, bizarre. They found some whale skeletons with like vestigial back legs from when they used to be land creatures.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I've never seen that.
Well, yeah, whales used to be land creatures, and so did dolphins. In fact, I believe the fossil record shows that dolphins, or like their ancestors, they started on land, then they went into the water, probably following the food. They lived there for a while. Then they went back on land, probably chasing the food, and then they went back in the water again. So they kept going back and forth. It's like, oh man, I really miss that seafood. Oh, I really miss that land food. But yeah, they've been switching around back and forth. And they're mammals. They breathe air like we do. So
yeah,
whales, dolphins. So yeah.
Okay.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
And what's even more bizarre is, according to the book what book was that? Alien Interview. When we reincarnate, we could end up in dolphins or whales, because that's what happened to some of Errol's members of his expeditionary force. It's when they reincarnated, some of them reincarnated in the human population, some of them reincarnated in the dolphin and the whale population. So that's interesting.
Well, how do we know that?
Well, we only know that through one book, which is a questionable book. And the author of that book, who I did interview once, has now passed away. So Alien Interview is the name of the book. Lawrence R. Spencer was the author. He called himself the editor of it because apparently he got a bunch of documents from Matilda McElroy, who was an Army airfield nurse at Roswell. And so she gave this to him. But then he copied word for word everything down. Then he burned the documents because he didn't want to get in trouble. So it's either fake and he made it up, made the whole story up, or possibly it's real. I don't know. It's a bizarre book. It's wild. And it has little tidbits like that in it. You know? So if that book is true, and if what's in it is true, then if these extraterrestrials reincarnated into these other beings, being the whales and the dolphins, we might too. It's just, I don't know if we actually do, but I guess it's a possibility if they did. Because they came back with these pine cone shaped, and you can see them in Sumerian relief sculptures. It looks like a pine cone, but it wasn't a pine cone. Errol called it the tree of life, and they used it to detect souls. They could detect the souls of their members. They've lost 3,000 members in a surprise attack in the Himalayan mountains, apparently.
Sounds a little reminiscent of the Avatar tree.
The Avatar?
The movie?
Yeah. Well, I think this book came out before the Avatar came out.
I know, but it sounds reminiscent of that sort of thing, I guess. Okay.
I guess it does. Yeah, it's freaky. So that's for a lot of people. Maybe people say, "Oh, I feel like I'm not from here. I feel out of place." Well, maybe they've been living other lives in the ocean, and that's why this life would feel so alien. Not that they're from some distant land, but maybe their last incarnation was in the sea, you know? Who knows?
Or maybe we're in but not of this world.
Could be. There's probably lots of freaky things that are true that we would never guess, right?
Well, I mean, I don't think we're meant to stay here.
No?
No,
Probably not. Yeah, well, we don't live forever, so we're probably not meant to stay anywhere for very long, right? But I like Earth. I think Earth is a nice place, except the bugs, you know. The bugs are a little bit.
God made it very beautiful, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's although actually there was quite a few videos I posted. I was going to post more, but if it's under a minute, they try and make it these like TikTok style shorts, and I hate those.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that weird?
I can't stand it. I mean, where's the button where you can make it not a short? Because a lot of my videos are under a minute.
Okay.
You know, I don't think I have many videos that are over 5 minutes.
Well, doesn't that make them more popular though, then?
It makes them easier to watch, you know?
Sure. They put them along the line there. You can choose them. It's kind of cool.
I mean, unless you're watching somebody that has a channel like yours and they've got, content and they'll be up for a half hour or an hour,
Mhm.
you know.
Or two. Yeah.
But that's not what I do. I just do the quick videos.
Yeah. Your videos are very short, very concise, but very good. So go check his channel out. What's it called? James Rohrback?
James Rohrback, just like you see.
Just click on his name there and you go right over to his place and subscribe, and you'll like it. You'll like it because every once in a while you get to watch these cool little videos, right?
A little bit of everything, actually. I've got videos of me playing guitar and
Oh yeah? What kind of music do you play?
So I've taught myself, and by doing that, I kind of picked the style, certain songs by certain bands.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily like one band's complete work or anything like that. So I just kind of pick and choose in order to develop my style according to what I like. So,
So what kind of style do you like?
Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, I like all kinds of genres. There's very little I wouldn't listen to except for just death metal. So I don't know. But,
yeah. It's amazing when you watch the. So like when you pick up the guitar, you just want to play for fun. Like, would it be like a country song, a rockabilly, or folk? What type of?
I mean, usually it'll be a song that's good for guitar, you know. But I mean, at one point years ago, when I wasn't working that much, I would practice almost 8 hours a day for several months. I did that.
Wow.
Like 6-8 months or something.
Man, you gotta get bleeding fingers from that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I had worked up to it, at least a few hours a day kind of deal.
Okay.
Before I was getting to that, but that's when I had stuff set up to record, and but I never played with anybody else. I just would play the studio album in the background, but turn it down, and then I would play along to it.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Put a little twang, but
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, so at that point I was playing some Tom Morello stuff that didn't even sound like guitar, and
wow.
Rage Against the Machine, some even, just that was when I wasn't walking with God as closely. So yeah, it's a little different now. My tastes have calmed down a little bit.
Yeah. That's good. And that death metal stuff is bad news. I mean, they're just kind of like screaming, right?
It's like
it doesn't. Yeah.
You can't even understand them.
And plus, they're gonna hack out their throats for singing like that.
Oh yeah, I saw a guy in Olympia at a house where they did a concert in the basement, and Olympia is very liberal, and this was over by Evergreen College. And anyway, it's this guy, I don't remember the band name, but it was a guy named Eric, and he was doing this like throat singing. It was cool the way he was doing it, but it was definitely different. I was like,
wow.
Not many people can do that either, so I did appreciate it. But
so singing and talking like that can really change your voice. And look what happened to Alex Jones. He was talking like a wrestler all these years. Now it's like perma wrestler voice. Yeah, he's getting that, wrestler voice.
Are all the friggin' frogs gay?
Yeah, he's such a joke. He's so funny. I don't know this whole trial thing. It seems like a big show. It doesn't even seem real. It doesn't seem real to me.
Well, they had made an initial judgment for him for a fee, And then next thing I know, I turn around and I thought it was over, you know. And then I hear about within a week or something, I think it was, they said, oh, well, now they wanted to pay almost $1 billion or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have a theory about what's happening there. I think that the powers that used to be thought that if they put Alex Jones up there and just crucified him and made him pay this exorbitant amount of money, that all these other content creators would just dry up and go away before they were next. But that didn't happen.
Oh.
It did not happen.
Well, they're trying to kill our hope. We know that. But that's the thing. They can't kill our hope. They can't steal our joy. You know, and it's that. You know, when they're running out of everything to do and they just can't get us down, that's got to be depressing for them.
Yeah, I'm hoping for lots more depressing news to come their way from us soon. Yeah, it's just ridiculous what's been happening.
Well, I mean, eventually we're gonna have Suicide Weekend, I'm sure. So.
Oh yeah, some of these elites are going to take the easy way out, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only thing good about that is saving the taxpayer. But, you know, and they've already cost the taxpayer enough. I mean, but, you know, God help them, and they're people too, as bad as they are. You know, pray for them, and, you know, God could still use them. Even as much as we don't like them. Can't, you know.
I guess it could use them for composting. There you go. That was pretty bad.
Trust me, the Democrats have already thought about that.
I know it. Oh, did you hear what's happening in Canada?
They were doing it here too, or something. I think that they were trying to start those big, basically human compost bins for fertilizer or soil or whatever.
Yeah, they're trying that, but they're also doing this assisted suicide for teenagers, and I think they just pass a law. They're trying to pass a law to make it so they don't have to tell the parents, and the kid can just kill himself with the state helping.
That is screwed up.
That is a very, very evil and horrifying government. You know, I used to look at Canada and think, oh, maybe I should go to Canada. It's so free up there. Man, I'm so glad I didn't. So glad I didn't.
You heard the CCP is, China's putting police in Canada.
Yep.
But not only that, that's what came out public, but they actually have mining operations in Canada. And because of that, Canada has allowed their military to come in to protect those mining installations.
Boy. Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
So who's to say if it's not too close to the border, they couldn't just mine down and tunnel under? I mean,
of course. Yeah, well, yeah, they're already buying all of our land. They're buying our land. It's
around military bases. Yep.
They've already infiltrated everything. It's pretty sick. We're waking up a little late here, but I don't think it's too late yet. And they haven't dropped the nuclear bombs yet. So I really hope that does not happen. So that's one thing we got to all pray for not to happen. Put a protective bubble over the whole planet and make that not happen. Because you know what? You know what, James? They do that, and guess what? If they drop some nuclear bombs, guess what? Now they got everybody. Everybody will do exactly what they say. That will be their magic bullet, and it's horrifying to think about.
It better not, but yeah, I mean, if they've got their claws in everywhere around the world, we know that they've made loans to places, countries in Africa for airports and stuff, and when they neglect, when they don't do the payments or can't meet the payments, they come in and take it over.
Yep. They call it what, the road and bridge, or the bridge and road, brick and road, something. It's something they do in every country. They go into a country and say, "Hey, we'll help you with your infrastructure. We'll help you." Yeah. Right. And then taking it all over. Yeah. It's a soft takeover. It's actually pretty smart. It's pretty smart on their part.
Right. Plus, what they're doing with gold, and I mean, obviously they're mining in Canada. That's not even their soil.
Yeah. Wow.
And then their monopoly on the lithium for batteries.
Yep. Yeah. But that's unsustainable. The growth they're talking about for electric cars isn't going to work. And I just saw a horrifying video. You probably saw it. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it shows, like, I think 5 electric buses parked next to each other, and one of them on one end starts on fire, and all of them except one end up burning to the ground.
Because of proximity, or they were connected?
Because of proximity, yeah. When one of those things goes, it just ignites the one next to it.
Oh, it's just such a big and so hot.
Yeah, it's if you've ever seen that, when an electric vehicle starts on fire, it's just unstoppable. It takes thousands of gallons of water.
Wow.
And they keep starting up again. They keep starting up again all by themselves.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You put them up, they start burning again. Yeah, they're talk about a environmental hazard.
Yeah, I heard one story of a guy that was in a Tesla, or electric vehicle, I should just say, because I can't say quote unquote it's a Tesla, but he was in an electric vehicle and caught fire, and the doors locked him in.
Oh boy.
Couldn't get out, or was trying to, probably had to break the windows, but.
Oh man. So, did he die?
I don't know the end of that story. I don't know. So if anybody does have an electric vehicle, carry a window breaker with you or something.
Yes. Oh, that's scary. Very scary.
But it's not going to happen to everybody. It's like a recall kind of deal, at least, I'm sure. Or a lemon, but.
Oh, I saw this. You got to see this. We try to keep up with all this paranormal news, right?
Well, of course you do.
So check this out. I mean, some people might say, "Oh, that's a fake story," but take a look at the quality of this picture, and I think you'll agree with me. This is 100% real. Not. Flying Bigfoot spotted in Oregon. Hey, maybe you saw it while you were there. He's hitting over 105 miles per hour now. Look at that guy. And they caught it on film. Look at that.
He's not flying. He's running through the wind.
They must be using a very sophisticated camera, because if he's going 105 and they caught him like that with no blur, wow, that's a pretty fast f-stop, don't you think?
Actually, now that you mention this, my good buddy would go up into the mountains, and they would have vehicles, and they went a little too deep one day and ended up near a military base out there. And he said that he heard this like horrifying, like loud screeching, like howling combined, that they were kind of in a little bit of a pit, and he said that it went all the way around them in this like big old like 50 to 100-yard circle,
Okay.
like within a couple seconds, howling. Never stopped howling. It just went straight around them,
Wow.
and within a couple minutes after that, the noise stopped. The military were there and like, what are you guys doing here? You guys need to get out.
Wow.
He still doesn't know what it was to this day, but when I see Bigfoot running sideways like that, it's like reminds me of that story. So
Cool.
also I was down Southern Oregon. I was in Roseburg and I was trying to figure out a way to get a hold of Zoso to go visit him, but I never could reach him. So
Oh yeah.
I didn't go a little bit extra south to try and catch him. I didn't want to, of course, just show up uninvited. So,
Yeah.
if anybody has a way to connect with him.
I have. I think I have his number. Let me see.
Yeah, I had an old call-in number, and I think his old cell phone number before he lost it off of his vehicle or whatnot.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I remember he told a story about putting a phone on his vehicle, and
I don't remember that. I must have missed that episode. I don't watch every single one. There's so many good
I don't
shows.
either.
There's so many good shows. There's no way to watch all of them, you know? It's just crazy.
I know. And I feel bad for missing a bunch here, but like I said, I've been on the road and didn't actually have a lot of time to myself. So
No worries, buddies. I've missed some of my shows too, and I was even here. Imagine how surprised I was. Yeah. Okay. That's the flying Bigfoot. I think that's a pretty interesting story. I mean, talk about something believable. There you go, right there.
that does say National Enquirer, right?
It says Weekly World News, the world's only reliable news. So there you go.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Listen, folks, this is the world's only reliable news. So of course it has to be true. Boom, pa, yeah. I don't think so. I thought that was so poorly done. It's so bad it's funny, you know?
Yeah.
So bad. All right, let's see what else we have here for you. What else is going on in your world, buddy?
Well, like I said, I got back from fishing. I did catch 4 perch and a smallmouth bass.
Okay.
And there was one person that was fishing when I got there, this gal, and she was walking off, and she said she had a couple bites, didn't bring anything in.
Oh, yeah? Did you run across a speed bump like that?
Heck no.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Max. It's our good friend Maxwell Smart. You're on the air.
How are you?
If I was doing any better, I'd be you. We're talking to James Rohrback.
Hey, Mac. Hello.
Hey.
All right. So
what's the topic?
Well, we just covered over in Oregon. There's another sighting of the flying Bigfoot going 105 miles an hour. So that's pretty believable. Yeah.
What? The flying Bigfoot?
It was a goofy fake little story. Yeah. It's hilarious. It was a joke. Yeah, it was very funny.
It's from the only. It's the only. Was it reliable news source?
Yeah, it's the world's only reliable news source. From World News. Yeah.
So it has to be true.
It has to be true. Even though it looks like a really bad Photoshop job, it has to be true. Yeah. Oh no.
No, I'm cool. I just I'm attached to the cord charging.
Okay.
Like Mud Rabbit's not.
Yeah. We gotta get Mud Rabbit a cord. We gotta get
whatever it is.
Cord. So what's
I
new?
just got a new.
I told you late.
What'd you say, James?
No, that was me.
Nothing. I was interrupting.
Okay. So what's new?
I just said I was afraid I called too late.
Oh, no, we're still on the air. I don't know how much longer. It's already 11 o'clock here. Yeah. So how you been doing?
No, better.
Oh, good.
I have bad days and whatever, but there's definitely progress being made. The medium-sized critters decide to pull out of my calf muscle all at one time, in response to going up a level in dosage.
Okay.
So that's a little, when that first happens, it's once they free themselves from your calf muscle, they're poking around in there, and that's not pleasant for a while. A couple days. It takes a couple days for them to actually die. So there's more pain when they're poking around for a while until they actually die.
Piggy Dancer says, "Hi Maxwell, been praying for you daily. Been praying for you daily." So there you go.
And it's much, much appreciated.
Thank you, Peggy, and everybody else.
It's much appreciated. It is making a difference. Things are improving.
Good.
The leg is draining less, I guess is the best way to say it.
Okay.
So it's healed. So it's starting to dry up, and so once it fully dries up, then the healing will really start.
Mud Rabbit says hi. Hello, Maxwell.
Hello. So anyway, it's the worst part is the thing I hate the worst is when they're poking my heel.
Wow.
There's one or two in there that they keep poking my heel, and eventually they make it very sensitive.
I bet.
And the other day they'd actually broken through my heel, and I basically couldn't walk for a day. And fortunately I got that on the healing path now, so it's still a little sensitive. I got to watch it, but you can't. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Basically, if you're not paying attention for a day or two, you're going to pay for it.
Hello, Mad Pogue. Mad Pogue is praying for you too.
Appreciate it. So
Yeah,
anyway.
Max. I didn't know that you were in need of prayers. I'll add you to my prayer list.
Yeah, it's just basically a parasite infection. So, look, if you want to, if you want to subject yourself to it, go look up elephantiasis. And it's basically round worm infection. And I didn't even know I had it. That's the amazing thing. Had I not injured myself there's a hinge on the back of a cooler, and it kind of gave a little gallus in the back of my calf. And I just so happened, I thought, well, I better wash that off. So I stuck my foot in a bucket, put a little dilute bleach water in there, and I was rubbing it down, and it literally the back of my calf exploded open. And it was at one time there was probably stop after I say this. There's probably about 2,000 worms of all different sizes.
Oh boy, Max, please. I don't want to Ralph on the air here like this. Oh my God.
Okay. Anyway, that's
we don't need to hear anymore.
Hold on. Yeah,
and the sad part is, it happened twice, and I didn't know the first time. I didn't know what those things were. I thought it was just an infection of some kind. I thought I just had a bad infection. And so I was praying about it, and I said, I hope it will reveal what that was. And then I did it to the other calf, and finally I realized what it was. Of course, once you realize what it was, you can fight it, you know? So,
Now, what about ivermectin? Is that any sort of possibility? Have you looked into that?
He's on it.
oh yeah,
He's on it. Yeah.
Okay.
I've done that. I've done Convendazole. I've done. There's a variety of things. Garlic, fresh garlic helps.
Uh-huh.
Now, there's different species involved, and so you don't know. I was, out of the country a couple times, so it's possible I pick something up there.
Right.
By the size of some of the critters, I'd say I've had these things for 20 years.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So some of them are a quarter inch in diameter. About 50. Those. Now, so here's the really good news. I was suffering from cancer prior to this. I mean, I had it probably 10 different places in my body, and I was slowly getting rid of the cancer. But the bottom line is cancer is caused, if you look it up, there's a guy by the name of Otto Warburg, and he's got a Nobel Prize, I think, in 1929 or something like that, for showing what cancer was caused by. It's actually caused by inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lots of things can cause inflammation, right? You can have an infection that causes it, parasites, it can be, any number of things. Well, I think my cancer was caused largely by these parasites, because the cancer's basically gone away completely. No evidence of it now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah. So it was throughout my body, and I had fought it back organ by organ, and I was largely free of it, but it just went so rapidly since I started killing the parasites. So my health is improving dramatically with time.
Oh, that's good.
Awesome.
That my overall health, which makes it easier to fight off something like this,
It seems that Zoso Dude has lost his YouTube channel for good this time.
Oh no!
I wonder what he was covering. I don't know what he was covering. No clue. But that's sad. He's still on D Live and he's still on Twitch, and I think he's on the Foxhole too, isn't he?
Maybe he can challenge it. Yeah. They've taken down, quite frankly, 2 or 3 times, I think.
Yeah, and BCP
coming back.
BCP keeps coming back too, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his offense was. Alleged.
Probably playing music.
The music will do it.
He plays a ton of music, and it's all copyrighted.
Yeah, he paid more. Was it more 19 seconds at a time or something? Is the rule, I think.
Yeah.
But I heard something back in the day that if you bought the physical album, like the CD or the record, you technically had the rights to play it.
Yeah, but if your show is monetized and people are making money,
you're making money on it.
Yeah, then that's where they get you, I think.
That makes sense.
It's so ridiculous to me. There should be some reasonable use that one could,
Well, and Prince used to go and get any video of him removed from the internet when he was alive.
Yeah.
So he would.
I guess that's his right to do that.
Yeah, he worked real hard in that music, and he doesn't want people watching it if they didn't pay. So that's.
Right.
I can understand that, but still, I don't know.
Wasn't he one of the few artists that actually owned his own music?
Well, yes, he did. He won a court battle with Warner Brothers, and he just won all of his music rights back. But
right, because remember when he changed his name to the Symbol?
Yep.
He didn't.
That's how he got out of the contract. He killed himself. Yes. He killed the name. That's how he got out of the contract. That's how he did it. Yep.
Oh wow.
But when he died, when he was murdered on the Queen's birthday,
He was speaking truth right before that.
Yes, he was. But
he was warning people about the internet.
Yes, he did. After he passed away, they allegedly miraculously could not find his will anywhere. So, in that case, all of his music rights reverted back to Warner Brothers. So not only do they get all of the stuff that he did for them, but all of his vault and everything. Every single thing. The family got zero. Isn't that pathetic?
Wow.
That's really sad.
That's really bad for somebody that they considered like one of the top 10 best guitarists of all time.
Yeah, I think that his contribution to music is much more than just his guitar playing. I think, you know, he affected the whole music business in many, many, many huge ways. But anyway.
Yeah, him and Billy Corgan are really underrated. From Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
For their guitar skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you saw our last episode of Truth Quest, you saw Propagate This Light was on, and we showed one of his little videos he did. A Minneapolis news station discovered old footage of an 11-year-old prince being interviewed about the teacher's strike in Minneapolis.
Cool.
And so he made a little video out of that, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, and Peggy Dancer says, I hope you get on Rumble or one of the others. I'm on Rumble, but I'm not all the way on there yet. Not all my shows are on there yet. It's a slow process of moving everything over. It takes a long time with my equipment. So there you go. All right. Well, there's the mother of all speed bumps.
So are you on Truth Social?
I'm on Truth Social, yep.
Okay. I'm putting some of my memes out there, not all of them, but...
Okay.
And, my old phone broke. I have to go back and find some of my old ones. I don't even have them all anymore.
Wow.
No.
Here's a picture of Timex. That's me. In a time warp. That's what a time warp looks like, friends. It's funny. It looks just like the same effect as if you took a picture on a scanner and moved it as it was scanning. Same thing. Same kind of effect. Amazing, isn't it?
I'm going to go with option B.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. I thought it turned out pretty cool, though.
Have you made any more time machines?
Nope. I have not made any more, but, you know, I'm not going to sell any more because anyone can just make them out of a sand timer, so it doesn't make any sense for me to sell them. So it's just my gift to the world. Yes. Yeah, that's the time machine right here. When all the time crystals in the top time chamber go down to the bottom time chamber, you've transported yourself and everyone and everything around you into the future 1 minute. Process takes approximately 60 seconds. And you can travel in a minute into the future. Process takes approximately 60 seconds.
Order your time machine today, $1,000, and we'll send you an hourglass and a calendar.
Yeah. Yeah. Send your money now. We've already mailed it to you.
Yeah, we already knew. It'll be there tomorrow, in fact.
Yeah,
if we can tell time right.
We mailed it to you, but it's 10 years in the past. You'll have to. Oops. Well, folks, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, and I think we should probably put a cap on this baby.
For me, my battery's dying anyway. I have to say goodbye anyway.
All right. Thanks, James, for calling. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too, buddy. And
I'll be back a little bit more.
Everyone, subscribe to his channel and watch his only a couple minute videos. You'll love it.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
No problem, buddy.
It's not about me, though. You know,
I
want to put stuff out there that people would enjoy and be glorifying to God. So
there you go. Perfect. All right. Thanks, sir. Thanks for calling in.
Good night.
Salute.
And now, awesome. So, Max.
Yes.
Now, I heard something today you might be interested in. I saw an article. There's some ingredient in horseradish, and it has almost the same sounding word, the chemical in it, in horseradish, that breaks down graphene oxide.
Huh.
Graphene oxide was one of the things that supposedly is in the JAB. So
Really?
that's interesting.
Well, horseradish peroxidase, which is stuff that makes it sting when you taste it.
Okay.
Which is actually quite good for you if you're a red meat eater, because it destroys the hydrogen peroxide that's produced when you eat red meat.
Okay.
So it actually makes this red meat has less dangerous to you if you eat it with horseradish.
Okay. Interesting.
That's why they use it with, well, that's probably not why they use it with, like prime rib, but
yeah,
a lot of people like it with prime rib. But
the only thing I have against horseradish is I just feel so bad for the horses. You know?
Oh, boy.
Just you can't help it.
I missed a lot of the jokes.
Yeah. You didn't miss much. Here you go. All right. Well, thanks.
I don't know. The treasure trove. You've got a bunch of them.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Well, thanks a lot for calling in, buddy. I really appreciate it. And I'm so glad that you're doing better. Continued prayers for our friend Maxwell Smart.
Yeah, I'll deliberately call in earlier as I went better. I just want to at least call in and check in and say hi to everybody and thank people for praying. And so, anyway.
Well, thanks for calling, and we really appreciate it. And our continued prayers keep coming towards you until you're completely healed up. All right?
Yeah, I think it's coming in the not too distant future. A few months away, I think, but getting closer every day.
Awesome.
So,
all right.
Anyway, have a good night, and love you all, and keep the faith.
All right. Love you too, buddy. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. And Lucid Heart, good to see you here. My schedule since school started has prevented me from getting on much. Sorry to keep missing lives. Well, we miss you too, but that's okay. We understand. Have a great night, Aaron and everyone. Glad to at least catch some tonight. Yeah, we're so glad to see you here. It's nice to see all of our friends here. Yes. Yes, and we'll be back on Friday, friends. And Andy called me today, and we were talking about possible themes or things to talk about on an upcoming episode of The Quest for Truth with Andrew DiPasciago, which will appear here on this channel, as it always does, usually on a Sunday. I don't know if it's going to be this Sunday or not. Hopefully, I will find out maybe tomorrow or by Friday's show. so I can let you know when that show is going to be. But until then, we're going to sign off for now. Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. And you know what? Do we want to leave with some music? Do we want to play a song here? Well, you know, we saw Ray in the Schmelnick and Schmelnick commercial earlier. So here he is singing with Johnny, playing the music in a song called Nothing. Here it goes. And then we'll say goodnight. Well, folks, thank you so much for stopping by and being part of this show. I love you guys. You guys rock. You are my best friends. Oh, it's starting again. I think we're going to go as it plays. So keep your cameras trained to the skies. Take a picture of that UFO. Come on the Truth Quest and talk about it. Until then, peace in